Welcome to the Nightly Rant. I'm Mike.
And I'm Torya.
This is the show where we talk about the awful things that have happened in our day, the awesome things that have happened in our day,
and all the things in between.
Thanks for listening, and we truly hope you enjoy. Dinner tonight was interesting.
Why would you say it was interesting?
Well, we went to this place. What was it called? Noodle Street?
I think so.
And the funny thing is that both of the kids, the first thing I thought of eating is exactly what Alyssa got. And the second thing I thought of eating is what Mitchell got. And then that's what I ended up eating, is what Mitchell got.
You probably should have gotten what Alyssa got. You probably would have enjoyed it more because of the spiciness.
And then anyway, it was like a stir fry with noodles and lots of vegetables. And Mitchell and I ordered beef. And they just put 2 at, and they didn't make any special things about it. And they turned it in. And it came out, and Mitchell's came out, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it doesn't look like mine. And I'm looking at mine, and I taste it, first off, I taste it, and it's like, oh, that's pretty good. Then I poke through it. There's no beef.
No beef.
None.
Zilch.
So I told them about it, and they brought me like a big old giant thing of beef. So I got to eat a lot more beef than I would have had
they remembered to put it in
had they remembered to put it in the first time. Exactly. So then the really funny part happens. We come home. Mm-hmm. And we'd been out for a while because we went to have yogurt as well. Mm-hmm. And it was a good, what would you say, 20-minute drive there and 20-minute drive back?
We left at like 5:35 and got home at like 7:45.
So we were gone for like almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
And dogs were alone to their own devices for that time.
Yeah.
And I'm in the kitchen. I don't remember what I was doing in the kitchen, but I was in the kitchen. And I heard you and Mitchell going on and on and on about what? What did you go on and on
Yogi
about?
being a giant freaking asshole. Okay, so...
What did he do this time?
We had an entire episode talking about Yogi's neuroses. And we missed the very funniest one. This is the 4th time it's happened.
Yes, he's very into this.
He likes fun-sized chocolate bars.
He loves that.
So much that he likes to hide them around the house. He likes to hide them under the couch cushions. He likes to hide them under the beanbag chairs. And then, after he's hidden all he can hide, he starts to eat them. But he never quite gets to eat them all before we come home. So, then...
Now what's funny about that, though, is that he hides them because he wants to be able to eat them whenever he feels like it. So, like, his concept is that we're going to walk in the door and he's just going to be like, oh, look at me, I'm good. And we're not going to notice the wrapper of candy around the house.
Right.
Okay? Now, so he does that so that he can just stop, and then later when we leave, he can have more candy.
Right.
Like, he's sneakier than a kid.
Yeah, so he...
But let me say one last thing. We always try to keep the candy away from the dog, but, like, sometimes somebody will forget and leave, like, a bag on our coffee table, like, in the middle, and somehow this little demon manages to get a hold of that and always knows when they're there.
I'm surprised.
And for some reason, he just doesn't get sick anymore.
I'm surprised that with his partner in crime over here, there were any for him to hide.
I know, right? Like, they didn't just chow it down.
Yeah.
So continue.
He hides them. So today there was one in the beanbag chair, one under each of the couch cushions for 4, and 1 had been consumed. 2 had been consumed. 2 dogs. 2 candy bars. Makes sense. The first time that he did this is how we learned that he does this. Freaking asshole. He found a package of, like, peppermint patties that were, like, on the floor. He ripped apart the package and ate the first one. So we come home and there's this giant mess of ripped apart package. And then, so we thought he'd eaten them all. We were all worried about him. We didn't bother to count the wrappers we found. Of course, because why would we? Because what the fuck kind of dog has this kind of neurosis? He knows we're talking about him, so he's being all lovey and ridiculous right now. And then, 5 minutes later, I see him, like, rooting around in the beanbag chair. And I'm like,
did you do that,
what
Yogi?
the fuck are you doing? Why are you rooting around in the beanbag chair? So I walk over, I pick it up, and a peppermint patty falls out.
I remember this like it was yesterday.
All right. Whatever. Dog's clearly a lunatic. Then, another 10 minutes goes by, and he hops up on the couch, and he's rooting around under one of the cushions. And I'm like, oh no, you did not.
He did.
He did. That time, there was 8 in the package. We found 7 hidden and 1 eaten.
Yeah. Little devil hid them everywhere.
Yeah.
He's funny because he tries to play dumb half the time, but he's not anywhere near dumb. He's a super smart animal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now we have to watch him because I don't think I found all the ones he hid.
Yeah, we got to catch him in the act. And I wonder if Odie knows where they are.
I doubt it. Odie's not very bright. Mitchell's lucky they didn't get into his candy on the table because this freaking bag is open.
So those were your Twix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. No, and I thought it was Mitchell that left them on the table. Wait a second. Can we rewind and go back to the part where I says some people leave it there and just like really point out that you left it there? Oh, that would be so much fun. Can we do that?
Twice it has been Alyssa and once it has been me. I'll own it.
I can't believe you did that. I'm shocked.
The second
I'm not even kidding. I'm shocked. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Like, I know that I forgot to take out the dishes out of the dishwasher, but that makes up for the 100 times you forget to put it in. That's normal. I get that. But you leaving the candy where you're paranoid about that.
I know.
Like you're like, oh my god, he ate a piece of chocolate. And you're super paranoid about it. And like this proves a point. Chocolate today? It ain't really chocolate. It's not like
it's not like 56% Baker's Cocoa
right,
I bought earlier.
Right. I mean, that's like weak. That's like saying you took a jalapeno pepper and you cut all the seeds out of it, and you took a little bit and you dropped it in some water, and now you have chili sauce. You don't.
Well, and especially with Twix, there's so little chocolate in a Twix bar.
Yeah. So it's just funny though, because like I said, something big like loading up the dishwasher, I could honestly see you forgetting to do. It's happened. But this shocks me because it seems like such a small little minute thing, and basically it is. I mean, it's easy to forget. That was funny to watch, by the way. It was a small little minute thing, easy to forget. But yet for you, to me, that's a big deal because you're like paranoid about that. And you're like, oh, you better put that away. And you take stuff and you're like, the dog's going to get at it, and you put it away.
Wow.
I know once in a while I do. I go, oh, the dog might get at that. But most of the time I don't think about that anymore. I don't know why.
When it was, the first time it was the peppermint patties. The second time it was some goodie bag you got from a birthday party.
Yeah, it was Alyssa's bag that she had, and he was stealing things out of
He
that.
had like 4 suckers and like a bunch of chocolate bars.
Yeah,
and now
he's
he
the
attacked my
sucker.
Halloween bag of Twix.
He's the sucker.
And he's a dick.
And then this guy's the helpful Henry over here, Mr. Odie.
This jackass probably knocked it off the table.
He probably climbed up there for him.
Yeah.
He did his little Odie dance and got it off of there. He has the cutest little dance. We're going to have to video that.
I have a video of him doing it for his toy.
He's so cute. But I think that's 2 funny things that happened to us today. The food, not having the beef, that's funny. I mean, I was kind of observing it in... Usually when you live through something, you're not actually observing it. You're just sort of living through it. But because I realized when I first asked the waitress and suddenly the manager came over, that's a very regimented place. Because that person could have just gone and dealt with it, but they made sure that they were going to go deal with it. But the manager was going to be told about it. Like, that was impressive, actually. And so when I saw that, I was like, they're going to think I'm super pissed about this, and I'm not super pissed about it, because all they got to do is throw me some beef, and I'm good. That's what I'm thinking, right? Like, I don't need them to take it back and recook it and all that. In fact, I don't want them to do that. I just want them to give me the beef so I can eat with the rest of you guys, right? So when that happened, I was like, well, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to observe this. I'm going to see from the outside what's happening. And sure enough, man, like, first off, that manager, all she was told was that I didn't get any beef. She wasn't told that, hey, and I'm going to go take care of it. Mm-hmm. Because she was like, oh, do you want me to take it? I said, don't worry about it. She's getting me some beef from the back. Oh, she is? Okay, great. The girl should have told her that, but she didn't. And then when the girl came out, she was so apologetic. But what was funny was she was trying to make a joke. I don't know if you caught her joke, but she kept saying, ha ha, you could have gone and paid your bill and tell them, there was no beef. You gave me vegetarian dish. That was her joke. Boom, boom. Oh, I missed the symbol. Sorry, no psh.
No psh for her.
That was her joke. Like, how is that funny? Oh, you didn't give me any beef. It was a vegetarian noodle dish. How is that funny? It's not funny. That's funny.
We should talk for a second about your neurosis of the evening.
Hold on. Let me finish. We can get there. That's fine with me. I don't care. I own it. I relish it. I bathe in it. And all those other things. Funny. Exactly. And, well, actually, it's Odie's breath, but that's another story.
Mr. Liver breath over here?
Yeah, I smell like...
Anyway, finish
We're switching that up next time, like in 30 days.
Get him ground beef.
Yeah. But, at least it wouldn't smell like that.
No,
it was fun to observe, though, because, like, watching them in action, the woman going and telling the manager, and the manager coming back and getting in the middle, but not quite having enough information, but... smart, thinks on her feet. As soon as I say to her, oh, don't worry, she's getting me more beef, she realizes customer's not pissed off, ladies handling, waitresses handling issue. Mm-hmm. It was great service. Like, seriously, that was great service. Noodle Street on State College and Chapman. Great service. So the food was good, a little spicy. I would order it much less spicy the next time. And it was really interesting. Still not convinced I love it. Pancake wrapped beef thing that was, I don't know. I really liked the cilantro, but it kind of overpowered everything. There was too much of it, maybe. Like, I was thinking, you know what it kind of reminded me of? There's a place called P.F. Chang's China Bistro, and they made famous the chicken wraps. And so they make, like, minced chicken that's seasoned and everything, and then they have lettuce cups. You put the minced chicken into the lettuce cups, you wrap it up, and you eat it. This kind of reminded me of it, because really, there was beef laid out flat, like a sliced piece of beef, and then there was, like, cilantro, carrots, like, all these veggies thrown in there. And then there was, like, Asian-style tortilla underneath it, and then they rolled it into a burrito. But then the beef was within multiple layers, because they didn't just, like, flop. They rolled it in there. So it was kind of nifty. Now she's chomping at the bit. She has literally not paid one single attention to anything I said in the last 5 minutes, nor did she add into places where she wanted to, because she didn't want me to do what I'm doing right now, which is continue to talk, so that she couldn't get to her part that she wants to get to, because I'm trying to mentally drive her crazy at this moment, and she knows it, and she's just trying to take it, because she knows that if she says anything at all, it'll give me yet another topic to riff on, and I'm in a mood right now to just riff. And those are always the best episodes, is when I'm in this mood. And I'm in the mood. What can I riff on next? How about Yogi still wearing his harness?
Hey!
And the fact that he barked at our next door neighbor when we came home. This guy. Now you can talk about your thing. Wait a minute. Here comes someone else. Hello, can I help you? Okay, good. I can't help her. You can continue now.
So then, Dingus over here insists he wants yogurt.
Of course.
No problem.
Who doesn't want yogurt after the
But he's
Asian
having
food?
this ongoing argument with Mitchell about whether or not a burger place exists or not.
And it was way more specific than that. It was a burger place that started with a B.
Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Come on now. How could you think I was wrong with that? Alyssa, you knew I was right.
It was Burger King.
Because I came up with a burger place that starts with a B, and it's not Burger King. Stupid answer. Burger King.
It was a Burger King.
Burger King isn't even a burger place.
Anyway.
It's a gross place.
If you're going on and on and on and on and on, you and Mitchell about this burger place.
Yes, and we still are.
So then we get into
the
yogurt. Shut up. We get into the yogurt place, and Mitchell gives you one last jab, and I'm gonna kick you in the face. One last jab, and you're like, I'm looking it up, and you're standing there, and Alyssa's getting annoyed because her.
You broke my elbow.
I'm sorry.
Now I'm going to be relentless. You're in trouble now. So anyway, Alyssa's getting mad.
Because her froyo is melting and you're just standing there looking shit up on your phone. She's like, can we go? It's melting.
Can I remind you of something? You're capable of paying.
You didn't even have your fucking froyo in the cup yet.
So, I could have paid for my own. Y'all do not think creatively. You don't.
How pissed would you have been if we just left you standing
because
in
it's not
yogurt
my
land?
fault. I wouldn't have given a shit because it's my fault. If you just did that out of spite, I just wouldn't drive you home.
Do you believe he wouldn't have given a shit?
I would just not drive you home. But if you guys did it and it was my fault, I wouldn't care. I might give you a bit shit about it. But I mean, of course I'm going to give you shit about it. That's me. That's what I do.
So then
Why are you coughing?
We get to the checkout, and he asks the Yogurtland employee if there used to be a burger place there.
And he said, definitely, sir, but I don't remember the name of it. I said, do you think it could have started with a B? Definitely, sir, but it was gone right after I moved here, which tells me he's only lived there like 2 years. But then I say, I like this guy. He's going to be the reason I come back to this Yogurtland again. And he says, that just made my whole day.
Now we told him he should switch to the Cypress store.
So then we told him he should switch to the Cypress store. And he's, without missing a beat, bro says, nah, Cypress, that's too far away. Like, I only live right over here. And he gestures to the side. He goes, I can walk here. Like, oh, never mind then. And then he goes, yeah, I'm that guy.
He made weird friends with the
Yogurtland guy. He was funny.
Hi, Yogurtland guy.
Hi, Yogurtland guy. I think his name was Ren, actually.
I'm not going to remember.
Ren from the Fullerton Yogurtland over there at Chapman and State College next to the Chipotle.
Go visit him. He's a cool dude.
Nice guy. Give him some tips.
So did you ever figure out your burger
cash
place?
Tips. Yeah, it's called Boardwalk Burgers.
Uh-huh.
And they used to have really good fries. Their burgers were but their fries were their fries were they were good.
You're kind of a freak.
And they had the best sweet potato fries ever. The best.
Huh.
Nobody comes close. And I'm picky about sweet potato fries. Like, I would give out the PIN number to my debit card easier than I am on sweet potato fries.
The best sweet potato fries I've ever had in my entire life were from a fast food place in Canada.
You know, it doesn't totally surprise me, to be honest.
And A&W is not a chain here anymore, is it? Like fast food chain. The root beer still exists.
They're here and around here and there. You'll run into a random weird one. But for the most part, no. They're dead and buried.
Sweet potato fries from A&W.
Interesting.
Delicious.
That's
and I
really
don't like
interesting.
A&W's food.
So
but I would go there just for sweet potato fries.
So let's, we're getting close to being ready to wrap this bad boy
Just
up.
hold on a second.
I told you when those neighbors moved in that they're nice. But it's going to be a lot noisier than Bill and the last neighbor.
But you said they were going to have wild parties. This is family.
It's loud, isn't it?
You were still wrong about the reason.
Who cares about the reason? It's the end result that matters.
Maybe I just want you to be wrong.
If I tell you the Dodgers are going to win the World Series, because they're going to break 16 people's legs along the way, and then they just win the World Series without breaking anyone's leg. They still won the World Series.
But you were still wrong, because you were wrong about how.
Nope, still correct. They won the World Series.
I think we're good to go, though.
This is great. If Facebook has taught me anything, it's that a lot of you are not quite ready for a spelling bee.
None of the people of Facebook are ready for a spelling bee. Sweet Jesus.
It's kind of funny when you... It's kind of funny when you think about the fact that there are people out there who are total Nazis about spelling and grammar. And then there's people out there that, like,
just don't give a
they
fuck
use,
now.
like, an abbreviation for every word. And then there's the people who just can't spell. I mean, that's another
faction. And then there's
faction.
Alyssa who changes words. It'll be weird things.
Does she?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's interesting that happens and that people can't spell. But what's interesting to me is it seems like the spelling Nazi people, they only pick on the people who abbreviate things. They don't really pick on the people who just can't spell.
Well, that's because it's rude to pick on somebody for being stupid. It's not so rude to pick on somebody for being lazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Remind me to tell you something political after we end, because
You don't feel like being political on the cast?
there's a reason, and I'll tell you afterwards, and you'll understand
Okey-doke.
why. So,
I'll just believe you this time. Guess that means good night, everyone.
hasta la bye-bye, Odie. Hi everyone, this is Mike, and I truly hope you enjoyed this show. You're able to subscribe to this show on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher so as to never miss an episode. If by chance you did miss an episode here or there, you can catch up on all shows, past and present, by heading over to yogispodcastnetwork.com/TNR show. Thanks for listening.